Hello and welcome to a Jaren134 video. I'm Jaren134. Yeah, that's me. And I decided to make an updated video for you. For you. Yeah, you looking at the video. I decided to do an updated video on my Canon Powershot Elph 520 HS camera and tell you, since I've had it for the last couple of weeks, what do I think about this camera? And I believe that this camera is probably the best Elph camera that I have seen from Canon. It performs very well and has a very, very good zoom on it. 12x may not sound like a lot when you compare it to a 30x camera, like the SX series, I think it is. Not sure. SI something. But you know what I'm saying. It does 12x, and then the 12x adds to the digital, and you get a very, very good amount of zoom. The only downfall that I would say with this camera, with the zoom, is that when you are zooming out, after 12x, it gets a little shaky like this, and you gotta be super duper duper steady to get a clear shot, but the pictures still come out really good. This camera would get a 5-star, no, a 10-star, a 10-star rating from me, Jaren134. I would give it a 10-star because you get a lot of built-in features to make your photos look really great, and mainly this camera shines at its 1080p video recording. That is where the camera shines. It does really, really good 1080p HD video, and you can also take pictures in black and white. You can do slow motion video, which it's not as good as the regular motion video because the quality is lower, because you gotta do the frame rate change, and the lighting it's taking in less. It's hard to explain, but it's still cool to have the feature. And I would say this camera, 10.1 megapixels is not the largest amount of pixels you could hear about in a camera, but it's also not the smallest amount of megapixels. And I would say that 10 megapixels is the, like, border that you want to be at. I would never buy a camera that has less than 10 megapixels. And my battery died, but we're back. That is another thing that I will comment on about this camera. The battery life is okay, but not great. Like, the battery life is good, but not great. As in, the battery that is included with this camera does not have a very high milliamp hours. It doesn't even have a full 1000 milliamp hours, and that's not a whole lot. 800 and something milliamp hours, and that's not even a full 1000. And I bought two batteries for $15.99 that were 1320 or something like that. They were 1300 something milliamp hours, and they combat the battery issues. So if you see reviews on this camera and you see that the reviews say the battery life sucks, go ahead and know that this camera has a replaceable or exchangeable, you can remove the battery basically. And since you can remove the battery, you can do what I did and get the two 1300 milliamp hour batteries from Amazon or eBay, whichever place you prefer to buy from. And you won't be paying $30 per battery like you would direct from Canon or through a place like Best Buy or something. You'd be able to get two batteries at half the price of one expensive battery from a big budget or a big name electronics store. And you can solve the whole battery problem. So I have 3 batteries on me at any given time. 1 in the camera, 2 in my pocket. So I always have 1300 and something, I forget what that something is, 1300 milliamp hours times 2 plus the 800 and whatever milliamp hours battery comes with the camera already in the box. And that fixes the whole battery life sucks thing that a lot of the reviews about this camera say. This camera does a really good job at what it is designed to do. It has the best zoom of any compact camera I've ever owned as far as a compact. Not a look-alike DSLR compact, not one of those big ones. I'm talking about square, compact, pocketable. Of any pocketable camera I've owned, this camera has the best zoom I've had on a camera. And it zooms really well and captures really great pictures, even at the distances it reaches with its zoom. It all depends on if you can be stable enough when you're taking the picture, but it still is able to capture a really great image. So if you are interested in a compact camera from Canon in the Elph series, and you've heard that those cameras do really great high definition video recording, then this would be the best camera for you to look at. Because this is a $279.99 camera, according to Canon.com. That's US price. And I was able to get it through Best Buy for $138. I didn't pay $279.99. I paid $138. That's a $300 camera for $138. And you're getting $300 worth of quality. The Elph 530 introduces this same camera, but it now includes a touchscreen. I don't think for a digital camera and for high definition video recording, you really don't want to deal with a touchscreen, because a touchscreen makes it take longer to get through menus and probably uses more battery life because it is a touchscreen instead of using physical buttons. And you do get a little bit of a bigger screen due to the fact that it is touch, but really you don't need that feature. It is a gimmicky feature to get you to think, oh, that's a really hot camera, let me buy that. No, buttons are fine. This camera is really great, and it comes in the variety of colors. As you see here, the blue that I'm using, the silver that is pictured on the box, and a red and black color, which I don't have any picture or anything to show you, but it comes in the red and the black. I like the blue the best. It is a very sexy camera. See, let me get close. Sexy. This camera is so sexy. Don't mind all the crap on the mirror, but you see, this camera is so sexy. So this has been my follow-up. So I've been Jaren134, and you have a lovely day. Bye bye now.